Hey Team Powerhouse, welcome to this week's Real Estate Update, ending December 7th, 2025. This may also be found at powerhouserealtyflorida.substack.com. In this week's video, I'm going to be discussing the latest mortgage rates, citizens insurance policies for Florida residents, as well as the market report for your favorite Southwest Florida cities. I did some research on the mortgage rates, and the national mortgage rates have reached significant lows. So what I did was I went onto NerdWallet to research these recent rates, and I picked a Brandon zip code with an excellent credit score, and I found these rates. The lowest rate was 5.94% with an interest rate of 5.49%. Now you may ask yourself, why is there a difference between the interest rate and the APR? Well, the interest rate is just the cost of borrowing money itself. It does not take into account the fees such as lender fees, loan origination fees, broker fees, and certain closing costs. So when you're looking at these mortgage rates, it will suit you best to just focus on the APR and not the interest rate itself, because the APR is what you will be paying out of pocket. So in early December 2025, we're seeing the 30-year fixed mortgage rate has slipped down to 6.19% versus 6.23% last week. The 15-year fixed mortgage rate has slipped from 5.44% from 5.51% last week. And a year-over-year comparison shows the 30-year average 6.69% and the 15-year was at 5.96%. So we are seeing improvement in the mortgage rates here nationwide and also in Florida. As I mentioned, those builders are offering incentives at 4.99%, being very competitive with existing homes, and they're offering some credits towards closing costs. So, as I mentioned last week in my video and my Substack article, the total cost of ownership is going down if you decide to purchase a new build because of these builders' incentives. So we are expecting potentially the central bank to lower rates again next week, which will drive the affordability even further. We see that when the mortgage rates go down, there is increased purchasing power. More buyers and sellers are willing to get off the sidelines and either refinance their home or become willing to accept new mortgages because the rates are a little bit lower. We are seeing that there still are some buyers and sellers on the sideline just waiting for better things, but the longer you wait, the more competitive it may get. So this might be the perfect sweet spot for you to get in the market. In Florida especially, we are seeing the market rate at 6.22% APR, which is slightly lower than the national average of 6.28% APR. And Tampa, Orlando, and Jacksonville builders are offering those aggressive incentives like I mentioned. But this doesn't mean it's a bad market for sellers either. Listing home in the Florida market during late 2025 can present a strategic advantage as high demand from snowbirds and people relocating for the north, whether it be for tax reasons, political reasons, they are coming to Florida. So this can present a strategic advantage for you. So we see the mortgage rates are cooling to their lowest level, like I mentioned, but we can see that more buyers are re-entering the market at these lower interest rates. And if you team up with an experienced realtor who really cares about you, they will do a comparative market analysis for you and teach you how to price your home within an appropriate range for this market. Unfortunately, it's not 2020 any longer, and we're not receiving 20 offers on a home. It's not a bidding war like it used to be. However, if you price your market right with the right advice from your realtor, you will be positioned in a great way to sell quickly. For the insurance situation here in Florida, Citizens is now down to 437,097 policies, where it was at 567,650 policies just 1 week earlier. Why? Well, because it's depopulation season. And what does that mean? It means that if the private market offers competitive rates that are within 19% of your current Citizens policy, you will be depopulated off the state's plan and put into a private carrier. Now, you will have your choice and selection of which private carrier to choose from, but you will be depopulated, and if you don't choose one, you will automatically be assigned to one. Now, fortunately for me, even though I was depopulated this year, my rate was not 19% higher. It was about 4 or 5% higher. But the point is, citizens must depopulate the Florida citizens because it is an insurer of last resort. It is a state carrier, not a private carrier. So we need to get more people onto private insurance. Governor DeSantis has worked on this over the last 2 years, and they've passed structural reforms aimed at stabilizing the private market and limiting litigation exposure. So this is what has successfully shrunk the Citizens program. Insurers on this list have taken up the brunt of the Citizens policies. It's supposed to strengthen the Florida market and the insurance ecosystem. Let's go to the Florida market reports. These are published on my Facebook page weekly, which you can find at Team Powerhouse Realty, and I put a link in my Substack for you to subscribe to my Facebook page. So in the current market report for Valrico, Florida, we're seeing that the average days on market are 55, with 890 new properties and 759 sold properties, with a median sold price of $425,000. For the Wesley Chapel market, where we saw 2,525 new properties and 2,164 sold properties, with an average days on market of 65 and a median home price of $431. The neighborhood market report for Tampa is very strong, with 1,237 homes for sale, with a median asking price of $529,000. The really interesting fact here is that the sales price versus asking price is only 2.53% under. So this is saying that is still a seller's market. It's still there. I mean, 2.53% under is actually pretty decent. So the sky is not falling, despite what mainstream media is telling you. Yes, there are foreclosures happening, there are short sales happening, but not in the way that these news articles would make you want to believe. It's here in the data, and I'm showing you that it's not terrible. So the window of opportunity in Florida real estate is shifting from a wait and see to an act now, with the 30-year rate slipping close to its annual low point. Those who move quickly will beat the rush of those sitting on the sidelines. People always ask, when's a good time to buy? When's a good time to sell? I say now, because there's always opportunity, especially here in Florida. If you would like me to run a comparative market analysis for you, or you would like to see a neighborhood report for your area in Florida, please let me know. You can send me an email at angeliquec@kw.com, or you can visit my website, angeliquec.kw.com. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share with your friends. I look forward to making a new video for you next week. Until then, we'll see you on the next video.